Let us understand mental health and explore how we can take care of our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. Welcome to your weekly slice of mental health tips and tidbits with Pat and B, here on Mind Ed.
Sa'yo sumisilong kapag ang puso ko'y pagod.
Radyo-Katipunan, 87.9 FM. This is your stop for all things pop. Catch our all-around pop culture geek, Chola Sediaren, as he throws in some dose of what's poppin' and what's hot in the pop culture scene here on Popcorn. Munch in with us every Thursdays from 4 to 6, only here on Radyo-Katipunan, 87.9 FM.
Nasistress ka na ba? Nagpapanik o natatakot dahil sa COVID-19? Normal lang ang ganitong mga reaksyon sa ngayon. Pero may magagawa ka para mapagtagumpayan ang sitwasyon na ito. Ituloy lang ang pangangamusta sa mga kamag-anak at kaibigan gamit ang text, tawag o video. Tiyakin na ang mga bata ay ligtas at nasa maayos na kalagayan. Gawin sa bahay ang mga nakasanayan upang hindi mabagot o mabalisa sa panahong ito. Sa wastong pag-iingat, ang virus hindi kakalat. COVID-19, kayang-kaya nating tapusin.
Radyo-Katipunan. News, insights, inspiration. Radyo-Katipunan. Down from the hill and down to the world. Radyo-Katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle.
Radyo, 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 katipunan, radyo, katipunan, radyo, katipunan, radyo, 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 katipunan, radyo, katipunan. Voice of the Blue Eagle, kami di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpak at tama. Buhay atin sa labas ng eskwela, ating ibibida lahat ng pera. Radyo, radyo, katipunan. Radyo, radyo, katipunan. Radyo, katipunan. Katipunan. Kawal ni Ignacio, katipunero sugo. Todo sa kayod, tunong at tulong. Lipad ka Blue Eagle, galing hiding at tigil.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
If it's entertainment you crave,
catch us on
New Wave. Surfing through the latest on our shores.
every Wednesday from 5 to 6 p.m.
See you there. Good afternoon, everyone. It's your midweek gang who's always ready to hang, coming at you live through radyo-katipunan 87.9 FM via Zoom. I'm Max. And Austin's on mute. You gotta unmute before you start
There
talking.
we go. And I am Austin, and this is New Wave. There we go.
All right. So this week, radyo-katipunan celebrates its third-year launch anniversary and frames it with the theme Shine. Shining moments, soaring challenges, and selfless service. All of which represent truth, faith, and service which we see inside and outside of the station. So we encourage you to share your moments which reflect these in the comments.
And just to get the ball rolling, I'll share a shining moment of mine. And so one shining moment that I really had in all my time with radyo-katipunan, I'd say is my first day going to radyo-katipunan and signing up for our old show, which was which was called Clapback under LFC. And I remember it was such a interesting experience because I've never done anything like radio before. So going in with no prior experience and just trying to learn about how to do this was really fun. And you never forget your first. So it will always be a shining moment for me. And I guess a soaring challenge that I did experience with New Wave and with Radio Katipunan was building the show. Because to our viewers who don't know, this was actually a very new show that we made together, me and Maxine. So it was really interesting trying to build this show with the help of Radio Katipunan. So Maxine, what about you?
Yeah, actually, I was going to say that was also a shining moment for me. Like putting this show together and having it on every week. Like each episode has been so different from the last. We get to talk to amazing people. So each episode kind of stands out on its own. And then I'd also like to say in terms of service, like Radio Katipunan in general gives that, like with the daily masses, with commentaries of things that are going on in the world around us. Radio Katipunan really has helped people and has truly showcased these three things. So I hope to see people sharing like their experiences with this in the comments. Now, all right. So, of course, acts of service, getting things together needs a lot of energy, and a great way to get energy is with a nice cup of coffee. Am I right?
Oh, yeah. I know what you mean by that. You know, actually, it's been raining the last couple of days. I've been drinking a lot of coffee. And I actually just got into this conversation with my mom the other day. We were talking about how in the past, it was so hard to get really good quality coffee. Like my grandfather would drink Nescafe 3-in-1 for ages, even though he had a really nice coffee machine that gave like really high quality coffee. But like nowadays, you can find it anywhere. And one place that I've been hearing about is Pocofino. Pocofino is actually born out of a love for Italian food, drink, and a desire to share it with other Filipinos, bringing this true Italian taste to the Philippines. Pocofino uses fine products supplied by Italian partners and gives it that old Filipino twist, so it pays tribute to two cultures that are in love with coffee. So to tell us more about Pocofino, we have Pilar Angliongto from 4ABCom joining us now. Hey, Pilar.
Hi, Pilar. Show yourself.
Hello.
Hey.
Good afternoon.
Good
Hey,
afternoon.
Pilar.
All right.
So full. Love that segment.
So Pilar, I was wondering if you can tell us more about Pocofino and how it was formed.
Oh, definitely. Okay, so this is like a short kwento session. Okay. So my sister actually took her master's up in Italy. And of course, my dad, being a major family man, made her hatid there. So he brought her there. And along with my uncle, they kind of explored around and tasted a lot of espressos, a lot of Italian coffee culture came into their brain, and they said, hey, imagine if we could bring all of this coffee culture and bring it back home to the Philippines. So right when the pandemic hit, actually, that was the beginning point of when they thought of bringing in different Italian coffee products, which include 200-year-old brands, as in these brands have been through 2 world wars. That's how old you can think they are. And so right now we have about 5 to 6 Italian brands, and we mix them up in different lattes, different drinks, or you can even just buy the grounds themselves online. So that's where we are now. So it's pretty exciting because now I am just a humble intern from my sister and my father, but very, very happy to be working here because I also personally do love coffee.
Nice. I feel like coffee is something a lot of us really need in our days. So with that, how have operations been like during the pandemic?
Okay. Admittedly, it's been a little bit tricky because I mean, who's not having a challenging time right
Of course,
now?
of course.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing about being in the food and bev industry is that people know that you're good only when they try it out for themselves. Like it's not necessarily something that you can see with a model promotes it and they wear it and you think, okay, that'll look good on me, because taste varies according to different people. So what we've been trying to do now is we do use the Italian beans in the coffee that we make in Pocofino. That's right. I have a prop here for
Oh,
promotion.
there we go.
Nice.
Yeah. I also sent out some to you guys, so I hope you guys get to try it on later. But we do use the products that we bring in the drinks that we make, because once you try it out for yourself, that's when you're really gonna taste the difference. So the quality is really supposed to shine through the coffee and products that we do sell. So it's been challenging, but I'd like to say that we really walk the walk because of the products that we make out of love and out of that real like satisfaction for Italian coffee.
That sounds
so
amazing.
I'm so excited to try it. Like how you described it. It's like, ooh, it sounds so
I hope
good.
you have a good time. Like, it really riles me up talaga. Like when I have to do something, it's really my go-to. Like, oh yeah, shot of espresso. Let's go. Let's go. Taste mine. Yeah.
That's nice. And I really like that passion. I can really get that vibe that you guys are really into really making quality coffee, and you guys really want to provide that excellent service of giving that amazing cup of coffee with all that quality in it. And so I was wondering, what are some items on your menu that a lot of people would like, or if there's just one thing that you could recommend on your menu that everyone would absolutely love, what would you say that would be?
Okay. So I guess if it just has to go down to one thing that you should try, I mean, who am I not to promote our signature Pocofino latte, right? So I think that that's definitely one thing that you want to try. Like even if you're not necessarily a latte person, if you're more into like just taking it like straight up black or iced or whatever, this is definitely something that could be a little more surprising than your usual other coffee shop order, as like other brands that might be more familiar. And I think that you'll really taste the Italian coffee, like that extra shot that we put into the latte. But you guys will get to try it out for yourselves later, and like maybe you can tell me more about it. Yeah.
I'm pretty excited about that.
Me too. All right. So Pilar, please tell us where we can find you, where we can find your coffee, and also don't forget to leave the links in the comment section of the Facebook Live so that people can find you as well.
Oh my gosh, very exciting. Okay. Actually, we are at Pocofino everywhere. So on Instagram, on Facebook, that's really the tag that you just need to put in. Also on Shopee and Lazada. So it's really just very simple to remember. Pocofino meaning small and fine, because we're here to serve the small fine things. Oh,
Big brain.
What a name.
yeah.
All right. Thank you, Pilar, for joining us. We're so excited to try your coffee. And yes, we will tell you about it once we try it. So thank you.
And guys,
for
be
being
sure
here.
to check it out.
Thank you so
Bye,
much.
Pilar.
Bye.
All right. Okay. And now is the moment everyone has been waiting for. I'm so excited for our guests today.
Who's our guest today?
Well, joining us today is the award-winning band known for numerous hits such as Akin Ka Na Lang and Beer, as well as even more iconic performances. So without further ado, please welcome Mr. Jazz Nicolas, Mr. Jugs Jugueta, Mr. Kelvin Yu, and Mr. Chino Singson of the band Itchyworms. Yay!
Hello.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
Please
Yeah.
open your cameras and
Kala namin audio lang, radyo kasi.
all right.
It's okay, you look good naman, Sir Kelvin.
All right.
It's okay,
so,
Sir Kelvin, you look good.
so hello everyone. Thank you for being here. So to start, how are you guys and what have you been up to recently?
Nasa bahay lang kami. May pandemic daw eh.
Ah, really? We didn't know. I'm kidding.
Meron?
Oo. Meron daw eh. Anyway, naglabas kami ng bagong album
Yes,
during the pandemic.
Yes, we want to hear all about it. Oh, okay. James, if we can focus on Tito Chino, I think he's holding that album up so that
Grabe, Tito Chino. Oh my God.
I'm sorry. My dad
Went from-
said you're all friends with him, so he instructed me all of them are Tito.
Okay.
Wait,
So we have-
your dad is way much older than we are, okay? Let's get that
Pag
straight,
ano-
okay?
So kuya na lang.
Nandiyan ba dad mo ngayon?
Oh.
He's in the other room, but he's in
Pakisabi
the
naman,
comment section.
one more time na makarinig kami ng tito, we'll have to cut this interview short.
Can you tell him to?
All right. Yes. Actually, when I was
Namin si
introducing you,
Tito Gino eh.
okay, so what should we call you for this segment?
Bro!
What should we
Ano?
call all of you for this segment?
Alam mo yun,
First name basis na lang. Okay na yun.
First
alam mo
name
ba, si Gino, yung dad mo, tito namin yun. So
Oh.
tayo. Ano ba?
Okay. Well, I'm sorry, I did not know that, but Daddy, I know you're watching, so I was given instructions.
Disregard.
Okay, well, let's take a quick walk down memory lane. So before we talk about your new album, let's go back to where it started. So today is the 25th, just as it is your 25th year in the industry. So way back Wednesday for a minute. So for the sake of our audience, please tell us how your band started. What is the Itchyworms origin story? So anyone can answer.
Well, una may kinagat ng spider. Tapos,
Nagka-power si Jazz.
Hindi, actually ako yung kinagat ng higad. Hindi naman kinagat. Anong tawag doon? Dinapuan and then pumasok lahat ng spine sa kami ko. And nangyari yan sa Ateneo sa may... Saan nga yun? Sa Cervini...
Cervini.
Sa Cervini Cafe.
Sir Vinny ba yun?
Meron pa bang Cervini ngayon?
Yeah, it's still,
Yeah.
well, we're not on campus for the time being, but when we left campus, Cervini was very much thriving.
When we left campus.
Almost 2 years na.
Yeah.
Kami medyo matagal na kami wala sa campus eh.
I'm sure. How long has it been na?
Mga 2 years, no?
Yeah.
Serious?
It's been a while. It's been a while. Yeah. 2 years.
Kasi tumugtog tayo doon, di ba? So matagal tayo mga
Yeah, 2019 or
Oh,
yeah,
right
2019.
before we closed. So, you know, because you brought up Cervini, bigla I got senti. That's where, for me, the freshest sisig was. Apart from, oh my God, I'm already forgetting the names, but apart from the place near Arete, Cervini had very good sisig. Okay, but anyway. Okay, back to...
When we were in college, there wasn't an arete yet.
Ano nga yun before? Ano ba yung arete?
Arete was a
yun yung
parking.
cornfield pare.
Yeah, and then it became a parking lot.
It's an arts building now.
Yeah.
Fine arts na to.
And classrooms. Okay.
Yeah.
So, you found the higad in Cervini. What happened after that?
Si Jazz kinagat tapos pumunta siya sa
Tapos-
Nandun pa rin ba sa anong building yun? Anong Berkman's? Hindi Berkman's.
Hindi Berkman's yun.
Anong building yung infirmary, yung clinic? Anong building yun?
Now
Tosca.
it's the Soksai building.
Pero
Soksai!
dati,
It's a
That
new
used to be the
building.
management building.
Which
Hindi.
management
Wow.
building? As in Som?
Soksai was
clinic-
there
yung
wasn't
clinic dati.
wala pang
There
JG
was-
Som nun.
Once upon a time, there was no song.
Ano yung building ng clinic? Yung papunta siya sa walkway na papuntang Colayco eh. Anong building yun?
Soksay, di ba?
Hindi Soksai, Jazz.
Soksai.
Yung Soksay
Hindi.
off-campus
Wait.
eh.
Wait. It's
This
Cora.
was,
the one beside.
Hindi Berkman's yun eh, di ba? Hindi Berkman's
Hindi,
yun.
hindi
No,
Berkman's.
If it's
Ano yung
Colayco
Soksay?
Pavilion.
Hindi,
If it's Colayco Pavilion, so it was Berkman's, Gonzaga.
Gonzaga.
Hindi.
Gonzaga, there.
Hindi Gonzaga. Hindi doon yung
The one
clinic.
In front of Gonzaga is the other one. Oh my God,
Ano
I
yun?
can't even forget
The
the
other
buildings
one.
already.
Or
Hindi ba Cosca?
Hindi
Cosca.
No, it's-
Osca.
Cosca ba yun?
is it? I don't think it's Costco.
Parang
It's
hindi
it's
Costco eh.
beside Berkman, but it has a different name.
Teka. Di ba yung pinaka nasa likod sa may gym, yan yung Gonzaga, tama? Yung papuntang gym.
Yung may
Yes.
calf. Oo.
Yung may
Oh,
calf.
yun yung-
Ano
Yes,
yung katapat ng
Campus
calf?
Gonzaga.
Ano yung katapat ng calf?
Pagkatapos ng Gonzaga, Cosca, after Cosca, Berkman's, ano yung building na may... Tama ba? Nalito na
Berkmans
ako.
yung nasa kanan.
Cosca yung nasa dulo eh. Diba, tama ba magkabilang dulo ang Cosca sa Gonzaga? Tama ba?
Iba na ngayon. Hindi na natin alam.
Okay. So, to the Athenians in the audience, especially the TNTs and the TNTs and the sec mobs who might be here, clearly we need a reorientation. We need a tour.
Yes,
please. Comment what the buildings are. Send us the official or
send us a ways.
Alam ko na, naalala ko na.
Alright.
Ano na?
Magkabilang dulo ang Cosca tsaka Gonzaga.
Tama.
Yes.
Nila ang
Zen Garden
Berkmans.
in the middle. Okay, so we're itching to know what happened with the worm.
Wala, yun yung kwento.
Okay, that's the story na pala. So
Si Jazz kasi napunta siya sa Cosca sa clinic. Tapos doon siya treat for his injuries brought about by the higad.
Tapos after nun, parang a few weeks later, naghanap kami ng bassist. Tapos nag-put up kami ng flyers that said, Itchyworms looking for bassist.
Mm-hmm.
Tapos doon ko lang nalaman na Itchyworms pala pangalan namin.
Dinicide lang namin ni Kelvin. Dinicide na lang namin ni Kelvin. Iba namin nasabi sa'yo.
Napag-isipan kasi namin, parang the Higads. Di ba? For a while, the Higads. Kasi nahigad si Jazz. Pero parang yung the Higads kasi parang medyo tunog masyadong dark. Saka parang tunog medyo mabigat. Di ba? So parang baka hindi bagay sa amin. Ayun.
Hindi nyo naman sinali si Jazz doon sa meeting na yun.
Hindi yan nakuha yung memo.
And he was the one who went to the clinic for it.
We decided for him.
So, Sir Jazz, how did you feel when you found out, our name is Itchyworms na pala? Like, how did you respond to that?
Surprise!
Wala nang magawa. Nandun na yung flyer eh. So, okay na. Okay lang.
That's good.
Okay,
and throughout the years, you've had a lot of songs. I was wondering if there was a certain song that you guys made that kind of speaks to each one of you individually, like a certain song.
Wala.
Austin, give them an order so that there's pressure.
Okay, sige. Sir Chino, let's go with you first. What would be like?
I guess it would have to be. Well, for me, Happy House was the first song I learned when I joined the Itchyworms because I was the last member to join. I got there in 97, and this is one of the songs that they asked me to learn at gunpoint. So they told me, learn this song or else.
At gunpoint?
Learn this song
Just kidding. Just kidding.
So savory.
How about you naman, Sir Jugs?
Yeah. What's the question? Sorry.
I was wondering lang if what's a good song that you feel like na speaks to you in all your years being part of the Itchyworms?
Ayoko tumanda because we don't want to grow old.
Yes, that's why we're on a first name basis now.
Yeah. Never call us Tito. Ever.
Except for Chino, you can call him Mr. Singson.
Or Sergeant. Sergeant Singson.
That's Mr. Singson the third.
Okay, next
Mr.
on my
Tito
screen, Mr. Calvin and Mr. Jazz. So sorry, we have to say Mr.
Okay.
Okay.
Mr. Jazz, would you like to go ahead, Mr. Jazz?
Ako siguro yung The Life I Know. Parang it's one of our newest singles from our latest album. It talks about maturity. Parang stepping out of your comfort zone so that you can bloom.
Wow.
Yan.
That goes with our theme actually. It goes with challenges leading to shining moments.
Oh, yun.
Wow.
Right. So nice. Okay. Last but not least,
Sir Kelvin?
feeling ko pinakagusto ko yung Di na Muli. Kasi, ano siya, parang, that's one of the, parang pinaka, applicable sa lahat ng tao because, every time we play that song, si Jazz, ini-introduce ni Jazz yung song as Di na Muli, ibig sabihin ng Di na Muli is parang di na ulit mangyayari. So parang every time you look back at life, parang laging mas okay dati, di ba? That's how life progresses eh.
Lalim, man.
Yeah, wow.
Si Jazz yung sasabi noon.
Are you...
Didn't expect that, ha?
Nag-mature ka na, Kel? Finally?
Si Jazz kasi lagi nagsasabi noon and it's true, di ba? Totoo naman siya. The circle of life.
And speaking of things not going back to how they were before, I was listening to your newest song, Eto na ang Maliligayang Araw, and there was a line that really just stayed with me, like is this the end of the world? Because like, oh my gosh, that's exactly how we feel every day. Like every day feels like a new level of Jumanji, and you kind of ask yourself, like, oh my goodness, okay, what's happening today? How are the numbers going to be like? Will we ever go back to normal? So like, I feel like that song really spoke to me. Apart from my favorite Itchyworms song, of course, which is Akin Ka Na Lang. So all of that being said, we see that in the music industry, you guys have had such longevity, and the music industry can be very competitive and sometimes fickle. So what would you say is the secret to keeping up this longevity and staying in the industry and always coming up strong? So whoever has an answer, whoever wants to show off their superpowers, step right up. Okay,
well, first of all, kailangan may pandemic muna. Para mag-shine kami, masabi namin gumawa kami ng album. So yun yung key ingredient.
Sorry, pogi lang kami.
Yun lang kailangan sa Pilipinas eh, looks. That's all.
Yeah.
Look at us. We're very good-looking people.
Yung talent naman, optional yung talent.
Oh my goodness.
That's why you're one of the best OPM bands, right?
Of course. Kung sa looks, I would have to say yes.
It's okay, Sir Kelvin. You're always a 10 for me. 10 out of 10.
Thank you.
Yes. Along with the music, so you guys have the looks and the talent. So.
Also you, Sir Jags, and Chino. Of course. Bilang Sir Kevin.
Okay, so before we move on to the next question, actually, my phone is ringing with people who want to say hi, not only in the comment section, but also in PM. So I'm going to start with Sir Justin. He also gave a special shout out to Austin for always being on mute. And then one of our hosts in Radio Katipunan, B, who is watching with Arman Ferrer, who PM'd me saying pa shout out. So hi everyone. From Bobby Del Prado. This is for you, everyone. Please do this on the screen. This is also for my dad. If you know, you know. From the comments again, Ernie Magbug saying, hi, Higads. Another Radio Katipunan host, Mr. Lester Mendiola, saying magandang hapon. He was very excited for this. He was messaging me since yesterday. Now I have a batchmate who claims to be one of your biggest fans ever for teaching him how to love OPM, Riley Castillo, saying pa-shout out po from the Higads.
Hi, Riley Castillo. Thank you so much.
Hi, Riley.
Hey, Riley.
Okay. He told me that before this, he'd be taking a video because he wanted to hear all of you saying his name. So there, he's gonna stop bullying me now. All right, Austin, it's your turn.
Yes. So yeah, getting back to the whole songwriting and your career in the music industry, there's been a lot of music trends and experimentation with artists to push OPM further. And so I was wondering, how do you guys reinvent your music but still not lose your original sound that made you guys the Itchyworms? So whoever wants to answer, yeah.
Yung philosophy ko lagi pag gagawa ng songs is either to make something na wala pang ganun or wala nang ganun. Parang whatever's going on in the current scene, avoid it.
Like, what's something that maybe your band was going to get into until you guys maybe decided it's not maybe our sound. We should stick to this.
Actually, parang wala kasi kaming sound talaga eh. So, we're kind of, di ba, if you listen to our songs, parang there's no one genre really. So parang we're very flexible in a way. Pero since it's the four of us playing, it always sounds like us. Whatever genre we tackle. Parang ganun.
I like that though. It's like you guys are able to like just take a lot of different. You can take whatever music and just add your own spin on it, and that's what makes you guys the Itchyworms.
But not us.
Us, but you guys, but not you guys.
Us, but not quite. Well, if you have, well, part of having superpowers, device like ability to shapeshift also. So I guess that's part of your origin story. Now, I would also like to acknowledge the presence of Sponge Cola saying hi to the Itchyworms. So, hello, Sponge Cola.
Tara na.
Tara na,
let's go.
Kel, anong message mo sa Sponge Cola, Kel?
Ikaw, anong message mo kasi? Nakita ko parang enjoy kayo ni Yael nung isang beses. Nakita ko sa...
We're good friends. How about you?
Galit na ako sa inyong dalawa. Dati siya lang yung ayoko eh. Ngayon pati ikaw ayoko na rin.
So ayaw mo na rin akong ka-dressing room?
Hindi, wala akong choice. Kabanda kita eh. Wala akong choice.
We should get you guys and Sponge Cola on air para you guys can hash it out.
Will this be a Sponge Cola versus Itchyworms thing?
Actually, pag ginawa niya yan, hindi mag-walk out ako. Hindi ko kaya.
Kasi they've been claiming that they're the Pogi Rock band of the Philippines, but they're not the originals. We're the originals.
Yeah.
That's why you should have a show off on New
Wave.
Parang
disrespect eh. Parang disrespectful. Parang yan yung feeling namin parang kami yung totoong original na Pogi Rock. Tapos parang yun yung feeling parang buhay pa yung magulang tapos yung anak nagbibilang na ng mamanahin niya. Bastos eh, di ba? Antay mo ng fully na na yung parents na let's say mawala na sila bago kayo mag-claim ng throne. Kung yung hari nandun yung hari, good for one lang yung throne. Hindi pwedeng makikiupo ka, di ba?
Bandmate banter is always a different kind. It is always so funny. Okay, so to bring it back to being a band for a minute. You said one key ingredient of making good music is being in a pandemic. So with that being said, how is the music making process like now that we can't physically be together? So were you guys able to get together, quarantine together, or did you do everything like how we're doing things now? Via Zoom, via email, anything?
We started, nung nag-start yung pandemic, we started doing it via email. So we just email each other our tracks and then we sort of assemble it together. Actually, hindi joke yung sabi ni Kel when he said, kailangan ng pandemic. Kasi before the pandemic, we were always gigging and we didn't have time to go to the studio and write new material. As in, ang tagal namin bago mag-release ng albums. Pero ngayon, parang medyo ang dami namin time, bigla. So, nakasulat kami and release new stuff more than before.
All right. I found an interesting question actually from the audience, again from Ernie Magbu saying, how did AMP impact your formation as a band? Okay, so this is a very Atenean question once again.
We formed because of AMP.
Oh, all right.
That was the goal.
Yeah, we were freshmen and we each had our own bands. Well, except for Chino. And AMP was just created during that year. Parang it was the first year of AMP. And then we wanted to join, and one of the requirements was you have to be in a band. So we were already hanging out together. Sabi namin, edi magbanda na lang tayo para makapasok tayo sa AMP.
True.
Ganun lang kababaw.
Wow. So they played a big role in your origin story.
Yeah, I remember Jason Caballo was the one who interviewed me. Jason Caballo from The Cheats.
And
And
pedicab.
pedicab.
And Pedicab. And Tripnosis.
Wow.
Wow. And like the rest
Part
is
life
history. And now
everything.
you're one of the top OPM bands. There we go.
We outlived everyone, so it's okay.
Already? Wow.
Kumbaga, feeling ko hindi naman kami special, kaya tumagal kami. It's more parang, tama si Jugs na outlive lang namin sila. Kumbaga kami yung cockroaches ng music scene. Na kahit anong mangyari,
Can't kill us.
kahit may pandemic, nandyan pa rin kami.
No, man. I think you guys are just being very humble. And clearly, like, the pandemic really hasn't stopped you guys from producing new material. Like, with your new album, Waiting for the End to Start, I was wondering, like, how you guys made that with the pandemic and all and everything.
Jin.
Wait, people are lagging a bit. So,
Like,
Hello?
nung sa start nung lockdowns, walang real plan to put out an album. So, in the beginning, it was just us doing covers of our songs. Kasi dumadami yung mga online na show, online benefits. So, people are asking us, hey, can you give us a recorded version of your song? So, yun yung ginawa namin. And then, una, it was just 3 songs. So, sige, let's put out a 3-song EP, and then the 3 songs became 5, and then the 5 became 9. And then you have, we finally said, okay, since kakasign lang namin ulit with Sony Music Philippines, our label, they said, okay, gawin na lang natin full-length album. And that's what happened. By, I think we were finished around June. I think June or July, we were finished with the album. We started around May. And then yun nga, nangyari yung pasahan kami ng files, pasahan kami ng individual tracks namin. And then it became this Waiting for the End to Start. And then they helped us put out this vinyl of the album earlier this year. So yun, it's still alive. There's a new music video, Waiting for the End to Start, of the title track, and there's also the Life I Know, which is a stop motion animation video, which our friend Marie Hamora conceptualized, and then they executed it with Apartment D Films from the US. Yun.
I really enjoyed seeing that video actually because it was very different. Like it came out at a time where people were still figuring out how to make music videos without needing to be there or with lessening contact. So it was very interesting to see that what came out of it was that stop motion video. Can we see the vinyl one more time, like for the people in the audience? Can we see it?
Yan.
All right.
There
So what
we
are all of
go.
those pictures? What are all the pictures? Like what do they mean?
So yung friend namin si Adon Panlaki, siya yung nag-design nitong cover nito. Tanggalin ko yung plastic. So these are kind of scenes from the lockdowns. It's basically people lockdown. So kung makita nyo, yan may tao na naka-mask. May tao na nakatambay sa bintana. May madilim lang, may nakatambay sa roof. Ano pa ba?
Si Mary Walter, ayan o.
There's a
si Mary
dog.
Walter, may pusa, may tindahan, may basketball court. So yan, very slice of life po yung mga nakikita natin
Yes,
sa
actually.
sa
It's
pandemic.
very in
Sa
line
loob.
with the title also.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So sa loob yan, yung mga pictures namin from the lockdowns. So yung
Oh,
nakamask
I see a
kami.
Zoom screenshot. Katipunan, our home.
Yeah, so route 196. Ito ba? Wala makita.
Nice.
Yan.
Ayan, so yung toilet ko nandyan. Yung iguana ni Kelvin.
Wow.
Yan, so yun yung mga recording setup namin sa bahay nung time na yun. And then ito yung time na nakauna kaming balik sa studio. Yan.
I like seeing physical copies of albums because like now with everything being digital, everything on stream, you don't always get a chance to show like those pictures, which also kind of help build the world of an album. And it's nice that you chose to have it as a vinyl, easier to see. Now, also, I know that you guys have been working on a new podcast with Sony Music, on another outlet for your creativity. So it's in 6 parts. Can you tell us more about it? Like what made you want to put up a podcast and what's the whole concept of the podcast?
Yung
Not
podcast,
inspired by you? Okay.
actually, ano siya, I would like to thank Sony Music for producing the podcast. So, parang it's another way to, aside from the album and new songs, another way to celebrate yung 25 years namin sa scene. So it basically is para siyang deep dive into yung history namin, discography namin. And there are 7 episodes. Tapos na yung isa. So may 6 pang parating.
So walk us through the episodes. What are they like? Because we know that podcasts now are actually a way of making people feel like they have company, especially now, which is why we do shows like this. It's different from having like a live performance of the music. So what are your episodes like? What do you talk about? Do you talk about like life in the pandemic? Is it reminiscent of your career? What's the kwentuhan like?
Ang mangyayari for the podcast is, so it's hosted by our friend Wincy Ong, who's also a musician and podcaster. So he kind of directed and built the show. And for each episode, we talk about one album. So the first episode was about the new song, Eto na ang maliligang araw. But the next one, the episode 2, will talk about our very first full-length album, Little Monsters Under Your Bed. And it'll go 5 episodes like that until we talk about Waiting for the End to Start. And then the 6th episode will talk about collaborations with other artists. So it's very free-flowing lang na discussion. And then parang ganito lang, nagkikwentuhan kami. We literally recorded the podcast over Zoom with Wincy like throwing questions at us. And then magkikwentuhan lang kami like we were in a room together.
That's fun. And it's also fun to see, like, as I said earlier, when you banter, you really feel the friendship. Like, it's clear that all of you are a barkada. It's not just, we work together. It's, we're friends. We're buddies. And
no, we're not friends.
Oh, you're not friends. Okay, it's a front. It's an act.
Yeah.
Actually, it's all about the money. Magaling lang kami umarte. And the fact na naloko namin kayo, nakala niyo friends kami, it's actually testament to how good the job of acting that we're doing right now.
Yeah. Si Kel kasi nag-aral sa Juilliard eh.
Okay. I see.
It's this small acting school in Cubao.
Alam ko sa New York!
New York Cubao nga.
New York na. It's in Cubao.
Yun pala yun.
Wow, well, you fooled all of us. So wow, music and acting. I expect a movie coming out of this after your podcast with how believable the performances have been so far.
Yeah.
Yung good acting, yan talaga yung secret to our longevity. Kung hindi ka magaling mag-act, you will just fall into shortgevity.
So if OPM doesn't work out, you guys can still act naman.
Can't wait for your sitcom. Alright. So, sitcoms are... Yes.
Meron din kaming, along with the podcast, we also shot a documentary. So,
okay.
lalabas yung, meron namang visual companion yung podcast, which is like, it's parang siguro anthology, Itchyworms anthology. It's the Itchyworms about the Itchyworms.
That's something to look forward to as well. Okay, so
dapat maglabas din tayo ng book.
Where can
cover
all the bases.
Coloring book.
Coloring book.
Phone book.
Your merch store is going to be booming. Okay, so going back a bit, one of the best parts of being in a band also are the live performances. So how have your streams been like? And for you personally, what do you miss most about performing live? So I guess make it shorter. How was your adjustment to doing streams? What do you do in your streams? And then what do you miss most about performing live?
It was very difficult. Pero we were lucky that we have a recording studio in Big Baby in San Juan. But it's still different eh. It's different yung walang air. You record with headphones or earphones or basta we miss the loud music. I mean, we're not a loud band, but we miss loud music and the loud people in front of us singing with us. So nakakamiss pero kaya magpa-vaccinate na kayo, man.
Yeah. Of course. And in terms of connecting with your audience, how has it been? Because in concerts it's easy to just like call people out, you feel each other's energy, but on live streams it's more of comments, messages, kind of like now. So how has that been for you? How has the experience been?
Mas mahirap tumugtog at mag-connect kasi we've during the pandemic we've played several shows and gigs na we were in a studio soundstage na nandun yung production people, sila lang yung nanonood. So tumutugtog kami, although live na tugtog, walang audience. Well, yung mga production people sila lang. So weird pa rin. Tapos we're communicating with yung mga people via Zoom na parang, kumusta kayo dyan? Kung may request kayo, i-chat nyo lang parang gano'n.
Tapos may delay pa yun.
Yeah. Oh. Yes. That's so true. There's that 3-second delay of Zoom.
Yeah.
Now, okay, back to the comments. People are liking your coloring book idea. So from Jarl Ang, coloring book na may numbers. Ha 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 ha.
Pwede, no?
Yeah, another merch idea. And then here's another question from Riley Castillo again. How has the isolation of the pandemic affect OPM in general today, like artistically? How does it affect the creative process?
Jazz.
So, I guess moving from, since we asked you about like how sending each other things was like, what about like in terms of the thought process? Let's bring it a step further.
Actually, yung writing process, parang wala naman masyadong nagbago, really. Like, for us, before the pandemic, me and Jugs used to write over text din naman eh. So parang sanay na rin kami na long distance. Pero yung mahirap ngayon is promoting and parang playing your song in gigs. Nawala, yun yung nawala eh. So parang yung writing and recording, I think that's very much the same as before. It's parang mas yung promotion eh, 'di ba? Yung
depende
mahirap.
MECQ, ECQ, GCQ plus ha.
Barbecue.
Yes. Yeah, pero yun nga yung I think isa pa is we used to play like very regularly before. Like parang walang week na hindi kami tumutugtog together. And ngayon may mga months na we don't see each other in person kasi walang gig eh, 'di ba? We just stay at home or we can just record at home. Pero yun, so whenever we see each other and play a live gig, semi-live gig, merong may rust, alam mo yun? may kalawang. So saka minsan ito sinasabi ko sa kanila, after nito, kailan kaya kunwari matatapos to? Kunwari lang 2024 matatapos to.
No, please.
kunwari lang.
Graduate na kayo nun, no?
Parang kaya pa ba nating maglagare 3-4 years from now or whatever, di ba? Parang
I hope so.
Yung mga palaisipan, di ba?
I remember, yeah.
I hope before 2024 because like Mr. Jazz saying graduate na kayo na like, oh my gosh, right now I already feel like I'm never going to set foot in campus again, or the next time I set foot in campus will be to pick up my diploma. So Sana before that. Okay.
Yeah. And also I remember I saw my friend showed me a video of you guys during the UP fair in 2019 where you guys played with Eli Buendia. And I really liked the mixture of Spolarium and beer. That was a really good mashup and I really liked it. It was a really good song.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But I was also wondering, since you guys have experiences like that that allows you to be very creative because you have all these experiences, how does isolation work into that? Are you guys not as creative because you're alone lang, so you guys can't go meet each other?
Actually, for gigs, each gig now, since hindi siya live talaga, it actually feels like a recording more than a live gig. So parang pumapasok din yung creativity mo doon. Kasi when you take your part, parang when you record your part, pwede ka mang daya eh. You know what I mean? Parang double track mo yung guitar mo. Or
Sabihin, so secret.
Secret yun eh.
Hindi, sabi ko lang na possible, pero hindi namin ginagawa yun.
Yeah.
Noted.
Alam mo yung maglalagay ka ng pads, na keyboard minsan, pampak. You know, all of the, parang recording talaga eh. Diba? As compared to playing live, na it's just the four of us playing live. Yung gigs ngayon, it's a production actually. Diba?
Parang you don't have fun with it na. As much as if you're playing in front of people, you'd say.
Fun pa rin naman.
Yung gigs ngayon, pansin ko lang din, para siyang tama sabi ni Jazz para siyang production na kasi may gig kami na pre-record. Parang pag may mali uulitin ganon. So parang parang hindi siya parang gig na parang bahala na whatever o mga kung ano man whatever goes kahit magkamali tuloy-tuloy lang, 'di ba? Parang sa kasi pag production type siya hindi siya ganoon. Medyo stiff. That's at least how I feel.
Oo, parang ngayon hindi na siya it's not that it's not fun. Fun pa rin siya kaya lang it feels a bit more like work. It takes more work to be able to complete a production ngayon. Lalo na ngayon hindi kami magkakasama. Tas there's in creating yung final product, there's more people involved. So there's more work to create, more work to finish it, and more work to, I guess, coordinate between all of us.
Tsaka yung mga online gigs na napapanood nyo, parang people don't realize na just like a recording, it's being mixed and the video is also being edited. Alam mo yun? So parang there's a lot of steps before you see the final thing. So
yes, that's right.
It's not like a live gig na punta ka lang doon and it's instantaneous. Alam mo yun? Na tugtog ka lang. Parang ngayon you have to worry about a lot of things pa.
That's true. Because there's a lot of pre-prod now because like if before like once you have a live performance you prepare for it, live performance go. Now there's like okay, how do we do this? How do we angle this? And then there's the after pa. There's the editing, the cleaning up, the fixing, where to post.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I want to test your acting skills. We're going to play charades. No, I'm kidding. But I still want to test your acting skills to see how well you guys really do know each other.
Hello.
We're going to play a little game called Who is Most Likely To. So I'm just going to rapid fire questions to liven things up a bit. And you guys, without discussing, tell me who will be most likely to do what. So, example, who's most likely to become a vlogger? Who would the band consensus be? Okay, ready? Oh, you have an answer for that? Most likely to be. All right, okay. So now, who's most likely to run for president?
Kelvin.
Bakit ako?
Kelvin.
All right, who's most likely to be late for a show?
Jazz.
Wow, that was really fast. Okay, who is most likely to be designated driver?
Chino.
Really?
Wow, okay, I'm seeing
Chino or Jugs?
Chino or Jugs?
Driver?
designated driver.
Before Chino joined, Kelvin was the designated driver.
Oo nga, no? Oo nga.
Tapos, biglang nakilala ko yung alak. Hindi na pwede maging lasing.
Sino na?
Bata pa yung mga yan, huy!
Sino nga tayo pag nakainom, wag magdadrive.
Grabe. Nakilala yung alak, no?
Nung nakilala ko, nung nakilala sa akin yung tinatawag na alak.
San Miguel. Kung nakilala ko si San Miguel.
Nung nakilala ko si San Miguel.
Yeah, clearly
Santa
you guys.
Maria.
Okay. Thank you for introducing us to more of your friends. So who is most likely to brighten up your day? Except for San Miguel.
San Miguel?
Jugs.
Still.
Jazz.
Jugs.
Si Jazz.
Si Jazz.
Jugs.
Jazz is always positive.
Oh.
Except, for COVID. But
Pero
he's a positive
Please
guy.
Pero ikaw, Jugs,
Be
yung palagi
positive
kami
for
pasalubong.
anything but
Si Jazz hindi
COVID.
na bad trip yan.
Oo nga. Ako may pasalubong. Pero pag may pasalubong lang ako. Pero si Jazz, laging positive.
Saka diba, sa ating
That's good.
apat si Jazz yung pinaka hindi mo makikitang bad trip. Kung ba lahat tayo may bad days diba na bad trip. Si Jazz, lagi siyang good day.
Hindi naman lagi. Nakita naman natin yan.
Hindi, pero hindi pa rin yung parang, kumbaga siguro bihirang-bihira. Diba?
Yan ang tinatawag na good acting.
Yan.
There you go. See, I told you this would bring out your acting skills. Okay, so who is the best chef?
Kel.
Jazz.
Chino din eh. Malupit din yung mga gawa ni Chino.
Sakto lang.
So
Mas madalas ka
everyone's got
magluto,
his
Jazz.
secret.
Si Kel nga yung may restaurant eh.
Hindi mo yung may reason na magiging chef ka, di ba?
Meron siyang chefs na nakapila for him.
Oo nga, totoo naman yun.
Okay, last. Who is the biggest online shopper?
Jugs.
Oo nga.
Si
Sorry
Jugs,
na, sorry.
May sakit na yan si Jugs.
Sorry na.
Okay, no need to be sorry, but all right. So, thank you for that. Bringing it
Salamat,
back to
Shopee.
Salamat, Shopee. Yes, I agree with you. Salamat, Shopee. Nice. I'm glad you guys chose Shopee. So, okay, before we wrap up, there's another question from the audience. How has your taste in music changed? So that's a bit different from what we asked you a while ago. How has your taste in music changed throughout the years? Ooh, everyone's thinking.
You discover new artists. Oh, new bands, new artists. Malaking bagay yung Spotify.
Yeah.
Kasi 'di ba meron silang mga algorithm na parang stuff that you like, tapos they'll recommend stuff that parang sounds like that or parang ganun 'di ba? So
sounds like stuff you already like.
Oo galing eh.
Ako minsan parang kung anong uso, na-allergic ako dun. So parang kung ano yung uso, I stay away from it and I look for something else. And nakaka-influence yun sa taste ko, di ba? Kasi nada-drive away ako eh.
May like ako at
something
least,
else.
For one, ginagamit ko rin yung Spotify para maka-discover ng new music. Pero ngayon na may anak na ako, siya rin nakikinig rin sa sarilang music. And may pinarinig siya sa akin na na parang 6-hour piece of music na nakalimutan ko yung title pero it's on the YouTubes and the Spotifys. Tapos it's a super long epic orchestral piece na okay, try ko pakinggan pero ang interesting na ang galing din na he's already forming his own taste and sharing them with me.
Nice.
That's nice.
Okay.
Interviewing you guys for the last hour, I really noticed like how really close you guys have. I mean, you guys have been together for so many years, maybe around 25 years. So I was wondering, what is a highlight from each of you over the past 25 years of playing together and being together?
What were some memorable moments from your years together?
Being interviewed right now. It's very memorable.
Wow, thank you.
We're touched.
Thank you. I hope this
Thank
interview
you.
makes it to your book. We
Our
might be
coloring book.
Your coloring book.
Yeah, your coloring book. We might be a little late for the anthology series, but hopefully the coloring book, we get a spread for the Paint Me by Numbers.
Merong one page yung radyo-katipunan doon. Don't worry.
Wow. Okay, who's next?
Chino.
Yung concert with Ellie Buendia.
Ooh, I like that too. That's a very nice highlight.
Grabe, sagot ko yan eh.
Sorry. Sige, ibahin ko na lang.
Sige, okay lang. Ibahin ko na lang.
Kaya mo, Uncle.
Are we copying from each other's exam papers now?
Ako na ba?
Yes, go.
So, ibahin ko natin. Yung sa akin is yung concert namin with Ellie Buendia.
Ano papalitan mo?
Never heard that one before.
Good answer. That's a good answer.
Yun actually, I think yun yung highlight ng career namin, tama. And that was our first major concert na I think, tama ba? First major concert natin yan, di ba?
Corrects.
Okay. Last but
Tayo ng
not
15th year anniversary.
Yeah.
Anniversary.
Ayun.
Yeah, I really hope to see you guys again. Yes.
Last but not least, let's go.
Sir Jazz.
Yung traveling out of the country, sobrang favorite ko mag-travel out of the country with my bandmates kasi saya eh. Parang sila yung favorite travel companions.
Buddy. Actually, kahit hindi out of the country, kahit yung mga kahit yung mga out of town lang na within the Philippines, na-enjoy ka silang kasama.
Was there a favorite destination or trip?
Favorite destination or trip?
Favorite destination, hot pot. or yung before lockdown yung kumakain kami sa Soler. Sarap ng pagkain doon.
Singapore pare. Ang sarap ng pagkain sa Singapore.
Chili crab.
Singapore, grabe Singapore.
Miso.
Wow. Oh, that was nice to hear. And going out of town, out of the country, out of your house, those all seem like such distant memories now. Right? Here. Okay. Now the hour has passed. We had so much fun. But before we say goodbye properly, tell us, where can we find you? What are your socials? What should we be watching out for? And where can we listen or watch them?
Ayun, so we are the Itchyworms on all the socials, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok na hindi na masyadong ginagamit. Nasa Laika din kami. And then we have a new podcast out. It's called Worms Upon a Time, hosted by Wincy Ong, produced by Sony Music. Also, we have our new single, Eto Na Maliligayang out on the digital streaming platforms. Tapos, merong podcast si Jugs. Talk about it.
Yeah, a sound trip with Jugs and Teddy. It's about OPM. So you can check it out. We have a new episode today. So check it out.
May podcast din si Chino.
Oh.
Wow. Okay.
Chino and Carl's Guitar Picks.
Yeah, so it's Chino and Carl's Guitar Picks, where I talk about music and guitars with my friend Carl Javier, who's also my student. I also teach guitar online, so if you want to learn guitar from me, send a message to facebook.com/learnguitarwithchino. Tapos, yan, we have Big Baby Studio where we record all our stuff. And, yeah.
Meron din kaming podcast ni Kel called Jazz and Kel Around the World. Pero wala pa kaming bagong episode. Pero meron lalabas soon.
Parang mas yun.
Pero kung gusto nyo sama-sama kami sa isang podcast, listen to Worms Upon a Time.
Yeah.
We'll check out all of the podcasts.
Definitely will. You guys seem like, even though it's a pandemic, you guys are still doing so much things and still really keeping yourselves busy. So
Yeah.
And we'd like to thank Sony Music Philippines kasi sila yung malaking bagay ng pag-push sa amin na to be productive pa rin kahit panahon ng pandemya. Diba? So,
Pandemya.
thank you for pushing us. Sila yung parang parents namin na hoy, magwalis nga kayo. Bangon na. Kasi pag kami lang, wala eh. Walang mangyayari sa amin. So,
Steady lang kami.
Walang magwawalis.
Siya yung nagsasabi na, hoy, parang kang anak ng mayaman ah.
Make walis nga.
Yes. So thank you again, what's this, everybody, for joining us today on this amazing episode of New Wave. We'd love to thank James for handling our broadcast, and of course, Sir Justin for always having our backs.
Yes, and of course, thank you once again to our audience for joining us today. Thank you for being so lively in the comments. I'm really sorry we couldn't get through everything, but we will look through them after. And we look forward to seeing you all next week. So please join us on our next episode on September 1, where we will be getting to know a few members from Hangad and what they are up to. So they are our neighbors here in Radio-Katipunan.
Uy, hangad.
So don't.
Buti naman, kala ko, sponge ko lagi-guest nyo.
Drums ako sa isang album ng hangad. Seriously.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's nice. So don't miss out. Follow us on Instagram at newwave.arcade to stay updated. Catch the replay on Radio Katipunan 87.9 FM Facebook page, YouTube, and Twitter Live. All go by at Radio Katipunan.
But most of all, thank you to our guests, Mr. Jazz Nicolas, Mr. Jogs Jugueta, Mr. Kelvin Yu, and Mr. Chino Singson for this conversation. We had so much fun. For those who want to know what this means, just check the comments. We enjoyed this hour. Please don't cry, and we're looking forward to your podcast.
Please don't cry, Jazz.
New music.
Jazz, wag kang
coloring
iiyak.
book. We're looking forward to it all.
Jazz, wag kang iyak, please.
Yes, please don't cry.
Cry.
I will try.
Well-
I will try.
Hopefully we can have you back again soon.
Yes.
But once again, this has been your midweek gang who's always ready to hang. I'm Austin.
And I'm Max, and this has been New Wave. Thank you for joining us again. We'll see you all next week. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please stay
Thank
for a
you.
picture, all of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
If it's entertainment you crave,
Catch us on
New Wave. Surfing through the latest on our shores.
every Wednesday from 5 to 6 p.m.
See you there.
Radyo Katipunan. News, insights, inspiration. Radyo Katipunan. Down from the hill and down to the world. Radyo Katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle.